Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am storing photo cards once again. I have a bunch right here. This is a full container. This is already more than a full container, and this is just very right here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it. We will start with my new and improved Solos binder, which will always start with Yeosang. And today I actually do have one of his older cards. I have this card right here from EP2, which I was so happy to get a trade for. So now we're kind of almost done with the older cards. I would like to get that done hopefully soon. Now that, you know, they started a whole new series, I'd like to have that done, but that's okay. Since the last time we saw each other, I did set up for what I wanted to collect for Movement. Is that what it's called? The World? Anyways, so I do have his A, Diary, and Z with the limited cards on the side, just like I did for People Part 2, 3, and Epilogue. And then I put the ID cards on this page. Still figuring out what I want to do with the rest of the 6 spaces. I don't know if I want to put like pre-order benefits there, or I was kind of contemplating getting Jongho's 6 regular photo cards because I really like Jongho. So we'll see. We'll see when the time comes, whenever I get those photo cards, what will happen there. And then actually for this page, I'm gonna put away this Wonderwall Pob from Fever Part 2, I believe is what this is from. This cute little yeosang. I'll just put him right here for now. Cool. And here is the hyunsuk section. I didn't really get a good chance to introduce this section in my downsizing video, so I'm going to go quickly through it before I put away just one photo card I have for him. So here I have the first mini album right here, and the 4 cards from the second mini album. The IDs will go, or I guess it goes hello ID and then place ID. I may change that. And then what I did for the 3rd EP and the 4th EP was the photo cards from the 3rd EP will go in the corners, and then these are the cards from the 4th EP. I think it kind of looks good that way because, you know, Hyunsuk will have light hair in the middle, dark hair on the outsides. Hopefully it looks good. And then these are the cards for Prologue Be Okay. I think it's pretty straightforward, just 2, 2, and 2 per version. And then these are the scratch cards. And here I set up for their latest release, which what's called Not Okay. It's Not Okay Not. I can't remember. But I have the 2 Hwa version photo cards and the 2 Yum version here, and I might put his Digipack photo card in the center to make a nice 5 photo card layout. But for today, I just have one Hyunsuk photo card right here. It's actually his Other Strange Time version, which I'll put right here. Cool. So now we can move on to the next collection, which of course is Elast. I do have quite a few cards for Elast today. I have this many cards to put away for Elast, so let's go on and get right into it. Nothing actually for the day version. The day version is kind of hard to like trade and buy, but I do have a couple for Dream, including here's In, and Rano. Cool. And then for Awake, I do have this one Hyuk card, which will go right here. This is the navy version. And then for the next page, I have Yeojun's white version. Perfect. Moving into Dark, oops, no pet cards. But moving into Dark Dream, I actually do have just white version cards today. I have Sing Up, and I have Rano. And now just missing the Roman card. I did set up for Roar. I did set up. I actually do have one of the, I have Sing-Up's gray version right here, so I'm going to take this off and put him right here. And I forgot to put in fillers in the middle. I'll do that off camera when I have time. Totally forgot. For the pet cards, I only have Sing-Up's gray version, which will go right up here. Cool. And then I actually do want to finally store some larger inclusions for last that I've held on to for so long now. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a page or a couple pages here. So starting off with the day version, I believe I have 2 of the unit cards. I'm totally just guessing based on the backs what version these are. If they're incorrect, I will definitely go ahead and fix it. So I'm going to put this unit here. There are 4 unit cards. I'm just going to put them in as I get them. And then for the dream version, I have these 2 unit cards, which I'm just going to go back to back with, because for this page, I have just Begul's solo card, which I believe is from the dream version. So I'll just put him up here for now. These are certainly things I don't actively look for, but you know, as I get more, I will put them in their proper places or however I see fit. And that is it for this binder. I think at the beginning I called this binder the solo binder. It's now the semi-ult binder. So these are all my semi-ult groups, or most of them. So yeah, this is a semi-ult binder. Let's get into the next one. Here we have my on and off binder, which again is newly reorganized after my downsizing. Nothing much has changed, especially for the cards that I'm putting away today. So let's just go ahead and skip to my name, which didn't go through any change whatsoever. It's going too far. Okay. So here we are at my name. I only have 1 photo card today, and it's actually for the C version. So let's head over to the C cards. I just have 1 Hyojin photo card today, and I'm going to put it up here for the moment. There we go. I don't know why I forgot that I had other cards too. We actually have to go back to the A version. I don't know what I was thinking. So for the A version, I actually have another MK card. This is not it. I have this MK card right here, which I'll put in the middle. And then for the B version, I have this MK card, which I'll put here. Cool. And now we can be done with my name, and we will head over to City of On and Off, which I have one of Hyojin's city versions right here. Cool, so making some more progress on I'm really almost done with City of On and Off. I'm just missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards for City of On and Off. Wait, no, I'm not. That's a lie. That's a really big lie. I have a lot more. I don't have any Wyatt. I need to work on that. I need to work on, this is like the easiest one I can finish. I definitely know I can finish it, so maybe that'll be my project in the next video, is finishing City of On and Off. But for popping, you know, another collection that did not change, I have 2 Chanyun cards from the 12 and 38 degree. So 38 degree goes here, and 12 degree will go right up here. So cute. And that's all I have for on and off today. Not too much, but you know, I just haven't been focusing on and off like I have in the past, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and get into the next binder. So here we have my Golden Child binder, which I probably went through the most change since downsizing, and I really did not get a good chance to explain what exactly changed. These are falling out, so I'm just gonna stick them in here again, upside down. Whatever. For the collections that I'm collecting OT10 for, generally what'll happen is the 7 members that don't make up my top like my bias line, are on the front, and then the next page will be my top 3 members, if that makes sense. So my top 3 members are Juchan, Jungjoon, and Jibum. So here they have their own page entirely for Golcha, where the 7 other members, like the baseball cards, come first, then the clear ones, and then my top 3. And that's how it pretty much goes for the collections that I'm not collecting OT10 for. For the ones that I am only collecting my top 3 for, it's kind of simple. It's that same 6-pocket layout. I just forgot to put placeholders here. I will later. Where it's just like Juchan, Jungjoon, Jibum, and then on the opposite corner. So that's pretty much how it goes. For Goldenness, it's the same way. This is Wish A, Wish B, Reboot Normal, Reboot Deluxe, and Without You. And then it just goes into other OT10 sets. So that's how Golden Child looks right now. I have 4 cards to put away, starting with Take a Leap. So we'll go ahead to the Take a Leap section. I have one of the white version cards, which doesn't go here. Here we are. One of Juchan's photo cards. And I'm so sorry, I forgot to put in white placeholders so you can differentiate between the sheets better. I'll do that off camera in my own time. So there we go. And then I do have a couple of Game Changer cards, which Game Changer was actually like really difficult for me to like lay out because there's 10 cards per member, so it's like kind of annoying, but we made it work. The only OT10 set I kept from Game Changer were the limited ones because, you know, they gave you all of them, so I just kept them that way. So I do have another Jungjoon card, this one right here, which I'll put here for the moment, and then a Jibum, 2 Jibum cards, which I'll just go like this for now. Obviously, I can't do much with Game Changer until I get more cards, because I think I saw another YouTuber mention that there's like 3 cards of each style plus another one, I think. So whenever I get all of those, that's when I can change it up a little bit. So that is all for Golden Child. Let's head into the next binder. I decided to save my last 2 binders, my 2 favorite collections, for the end, just for funsies, see how much engagement, maybe that'll change, I don't know. Obviously the timestamps will be here, so you can just skip to this collection if you like to see it. This is the boyz. I think before I get into it, I just want to say, like, future plans for this binder. First of all, I haven't put in Be Aware. Whisper, it's not in here yet. There's just so much going on with that, and I've joined like a ton of group orders, and none of those cards have come in yet. When I do get them, that's when I'll set up for OT10. Oh my gosh, Eric, I miss you. That's when I'll set up for Be Aware. However, this binder, it's getting pretty full. You can't even see. It's getting pretty full. I don't have a lot of space left. So what I'm considering doing, and what I will actually like 100% do, is for these older albums, pre-Dreamlike, I will put these in a A5 wide binder. So it'll save space in this binder. I think it'd look nicer in an A5 wide binder because, you know, those are 2x3, 6 pockets, 12 members. I think it'll look really nice in there. So that's what I'm planning to do for the older albums up until like, and if I take them out, for example, you can see how much space that would save. You're looking at this many pages freed up in this binder, which essentially I feel like this could be just Be Aware. Maybe a little bit more than Be Aware needs, but yeah. So that's what I plan on doing, and I might actually take out the Hyun special pages and all the other miscellaneous things I got going on in this binder, putting that in a smaller one. Who knows? But I know for sure that I'm gonna take out the older cards here. So truthfully, I don't have that much for the boyz today. In the next video, I will have a lot more of the boyz, let's just say. I've been buying a lot of the boyz things. I want to make a lot of progress on the Steelers, so that's what I've been doing. You know, it's not always easy to find these older cards, especially because I don't agree with the prices sometimes that I see for them. So that's why I haven't been making much progress on it. But, you know, just stay tuned. I kind of have a little trick up my sleeve for getting these cards, and hopefully it works out. But for the older cards today, I only have one photo card. Let's skip to this album. I have Younghoon's Go version from the start. Where does Younghoon go? He goes here. Cool. Just one older card today, and then we can skip. Oh wait, first of all, let me show you the new divider I made for Thrilling. I think I mentioned before that I didn't really like the divider that I made for Thrilling. Although I wanted to keep it OT11, it was just really hard to do. So I took an extra copy of the Splash version that I had and just made it like my top 3. So my bias is Hyun, my second bias is Channy, and my third bias is Jacob. So I created this, I think it's really cute, this cute little divider for Thrilling. My favorite pictures from all of them. I really wanted this to be the main focus, and luckily Hyun had a really big picture, so I think it just worked out really nicely. But I don't have anything for Thrilling today, so we're skipping to Maverick. This is not Maverick. I actually need to be in the unit because I had the Eric and Sunu unit. Oh, speaking of Eric and Sunu, are you kidding me? They're both out, and I'm so sad. I'm so sad, and I just can't help but be full of rage at their company. Like, they have just been booked and busy. And while usually I'm like, yeah, booked and busy, they've been overbooked and like overworked, and now you have 2 members out. And I won't get into it too much, but let's just say I'm not happy with IST at all. At all. Okay, moving on. I'm actually going to go here because this is the page for the tour photo cards. I managed to get Hanyun's Europe cards, which I'll put, do I like it like this? Do I like it like, I like it like this. Put it like this. And then do I have his Bangkok one, I think, coming soon, so that'll go there. And then the rest of the members, I have theirs as well from Europe, so I'm gonna add 2 pages. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the rest of the members' cards from Europe. Okay, so these are all the Europe cards. It was my goal, I really wanted to get the whole Jakarta set as well, but I was only able to get Hanyun's. But I'm really happy to have, you know, a lot of the tour cards. So that's all I have for the boys. Like I said, whenever I decide to get that A5 wide binder, I will make a video about it, and I think it'll be really nice and cool. So please look forward to that. And then let's close up the boys, and we'll get into my last binder. All right, it's time. I have literally, these are all very to put away. Been making a lot of progress with them. I love them so much. I am seeing their concert in September, and I'm so excited. So excited. Let's just get right on into it. I have 1 card for Various Official. Hoyoung. I'll go right there. Nothing for Various DIY. I'm just missing Yeosang. I want this card so bad. If anyone sees it, if anyone has it, please let me know. And I need to get the Dolan too. I have even more variable DIY cards today, everyone. Like, my stroke of luck is just never ending. I have Gaehyun, which I think would arguably be like one of the hardest ones to get. I have Yeono, and I have Gangmin. Some of the hardest members to get, and I have them. Now I think the one that'll struggle the most next is Dongwon. But you know, we're halfway done. We're more than halfway done. Are you kidding me? With variable DIY? Ah! Oh my gosh, I can't even. I can't hold it in. I can't hold it in. Yay! Okay. Anyways, for variable blue, I have Yeono, which I'm actually gonna shift a little bit here. And I also have yeosang. There we go. Nothing for the red. For very chill official, I have Kangmin, QT. And for very chill DIY, I have Hoyoung. Just missing Minchan. And like, a part of me is like cringing inside because last year at some point I did have that card, but it wasn't when I was collecting OT7, and I think I traded it for like, I think I literally traded it for this Dongwon. Or no, I didn't. I don't know, whatever. I used to have this Minchan, now I don't, and I regret it. Moving on. For Face Me Official, I have Minchan. So, almost done with those. And then for the Polaroids, I have Gaehyun. And I have Gangmin. Awesome. Oh, it's so nice to see how much progress I've made. Like, this makes me so happy. And then for Face You Official, I have Minchan. I have Yeono. So, just missing Kangmin here. For the DIY, the last one I needed, and this is officially my first complete DIY set. Yay! 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 First DIY OT7 set. Woo! Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. Yay! Cool. Oh, I love it. Oh, I've made such progress. Oh, I'm really proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, yay. Okay. For Face Us Official, I have Yeono. And I have Gangmin. And then for Face Us DIY, I have this Minchan, which is another OT7 set complete. Woo! Yay! OT7 DIY set done, yay! Even if it's not an older one, that still makes me very proud. I'm very proud of myself for doing this. It's just so fun. I'm sitting here realizing I have this yeosang card, but I forgot to give it a white sleeve, so I'm gonna go do that right now. Okay, yeosang is all sleeved up. He'll go right here. Perfect. Next we can get into round 2. I have Dongwon's lock version. And then I have another one of Gaehyun's reality versions, which I'll put right here, I guess. Cool. That's that. Let's get into round 3. Woo! Round 3. Let's go. Let us go. Okay. I have another Minchan A version. Here, I have Gaehyun A version, which I'll just put here. And then that's all for A version. Oh, for the B version, I have this Hoyoung. I confused myself for a moment. And I also have this Min-chan. And a Yeono, which actually, yeah, awesome, fabulous. This set is done. Cool. I don't even know if I'm following the template exactly. If I'm not, I'll fix it later, but whatever. And then I have Yeosang's front and back photo card, which I don't know why he's the only one with a blue background, but go off, I guess. For the C version, I have a Hoyoung and Min-chan, and I'll put this Yeono card here. Oh, awesome. Another set done for C version. And then for the other C versions, I have this Hoyoung card. Which, y'all, I forgot to mention, but I did win another fan call with Hoyoung. Yes, I did. So I'll put a clip of that up. Again, he's just the kindest person ever. He is so sweet. Yeah, it was just really good. I thought it went a lot better than the first time I spoke to him. And, like, the call was about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. But I think Hoyoung himself talked, like, more than half the time. He spoke at least more than I did, which is really nice to hear. I was like, oh, you have so much to say, which is really cool. So, yeah, really sweet. He always is so grateful that, like, me as an American fan, like, I had to stay up until it was like 4 a.m. and he was just, you know, when you tell him it's 4 a.m., he's like, oh my god, thank you so much for waiting. And it's like, oh, like, I would always wait for you. Don't worry about that. But yeah, so another call with Hoyoung under my belt, and I did get VVIP for verivery, so maybe he'll recognize me. I'm kind of not getting my hopes up too much in case he doesn't, but you know, it'd be nice. It'd be cool. Anyways. So for the C version, I had this Hoyoung, this Min-chan, and this Kangmin. For the clear card, or the art cards, I mean, I have Dongwon. And I have Min-chan. So just missing Kangmin. And then for the baby photos, my favorite cards ever, I have Hoyoung, I have Min-chan, I have Yeosang, and I have Kangmin. Here he is, Kangmin. So yay, the set that I wanted done the most is done, yay! And here, the D version, obviously. I'm actually gonna add a page here because I received one of Yeono's platform versions in a trade, and I totally forgot that I was gonna collect the platform versions. So this is the beginning of the platform cards, totally not set up for in the slightest. I'll start that collection probably, like, I'll start it for real a little bit later, but that's one of his platform cards. Anyways, moving into the Hoyoung / most miscellaneous stuff, I'm gonna put these are two of his lucky draws. Wait, no, sorry. Here is a fan sign. The fan sign card from LA, the last tour, which realistically I'd put it here, but I'm a little bit too lazy. And I thought I had another card that I could put here to just, like, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. This is Hoyoung's acrylic keyring card from their first concert, page 0 in Korea. I'm gonna put it here for now just to even out the page. Then what I have to do here is add a page, because I have more Hoyoung cards. These are his Richening cards from round 1. And I've never realized how small Richening cards were until I got these. I was like, oh, they're like really skinny. I don't know if I like that at all. And then here are his lucky draws from round 3, which I'm actually gonna put down here. And maybe I'll find another round 1 pob or something to put up there. But yeah, that's all I have for Hoyoung specifically. And then I'm gonna take this yeosang out and actually take this placeholder out. And I'm gonna put in the middle for now. This is the group card from the t-shirt from their first concert in Korea. So I'm putting it there for now. I'm gonna add a page here, which this binder is now getting very full. Anyways, I'm gonna take out the yeosang that I pulled out earlier. Actually, I'm gonna go like this. The yeosang that I pulled earlier, and then I bought this yeosang because I thought it was so cute, and I love this set. So it's my goal to get the entire of this fan sign card, pre-order benefit set, whatever it is. That's my goal. This is Make Star 3. No, Make Star 3's here. I'm gonna insert a page. These are the cards. I held a group order for Make Star 4 in hopes of getting into the fan sign. Long story short, I didn't. So these are the leftover Make Star 4 cards I had, and hopefully I can get the rest like I did, like I'm hoping for, the round 1 of that. So that's that. And then of course I have to put in my winner photo cards. Well, they're not really winner photo cards, but they are the cards that came when you won the fan sign. You know, you always get a full set. So this is the Make Star 7. Don't quote me on that. I think it's Make Star 7 that I won. For which I will put in, here's the first set. They give you 2 cards for this set. Here's the second one. And I'm seriously running out of space in this binder. Like, I've never expected the verivery binder to get so big, but it did. And now, last but not least, I'm actually gonna skip, I guess, back here. Oh, I don't like that though, whatever. I was feeling kind of, I don't know what I was feeling, but I have a bunch of broadcast cards of like mostly Hoyoung, and now I'm kind of like, what if I collected all of their broadcast cards? I know it's a little crazy, but it's actually, I think, more realistic than I think it would be. So yeah, that's kind of something I'm maybe working on. These, I don't know exactly what week is which. I tried to put it in the right order, but I have, these 2 are the same week of Dongwon and Hoyoung, the next week and the next week, or maybe just, you know, they're different weeks in general, from their debut, from Ring Ring Ring. And then this is there's 2 various broadcasts. I only have 1 of them. This is one. Here are the 2 Tag 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 broadcasts right here, and the 2 Face Me broadcasts. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening. And then keeping along with the spirit of broadcasts, I have Hoyoung's bigger like broadcast postcard from Face Me. I was actually given this for free because it's a little damaged, but you honestly like can't see it that much. I mean, I can see it, and I care about it a little bit, but once it's in the binder, no one's gonna be looking. So there we go. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. That's a lot of broadcasts. And the nice thing about verivery broadcasts is they're not too expensive. They are nothing like what I was trying to do for the boys with Hanyeon. Wow, that was a lot. Couldn't do that again. So I think that's why it's a bit more feasible with verivery. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I forgot to mention, but I do have the 2 like Tag 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 and the Face Me sticker broadcast thingies, which maybe I'll just go like, no, I don't like that. Until I get a good sleeve to put these stickers in, they're just gonna chill with their like respective similar outfit photo card. So, I mean, kind of cute, right? Whatever. And I realize now that I forgot to put away another inclusion for variable. So let's zoom on over back there. For the 4-cut cards, I plan on getting OT7 of them. So I have Min-chan. And in age order, Min-chan is 3rd, so he'll go here. So it'd go like Dongwon, Hoyoung, Min-chan, Gaehyun. I have Yeono on the back, and that's how that will go. But let me actually tell you the plans that I have for the verivery binder. I did order some new 9-pocket sleeves and some clear classic Dragon Shield sleeves. I kind of want to just make my verivery binder look nice because they are my ult of ult groups. This is my favorite collection. So I wanted to do something a little special for them. So whenever those items get here, I'm gonna take out all the larger inclusions and give them their own little binder, just so it's like everything lays flat, so it's all 9 pockets. And then if I put things in a separate binder, the bigger inclusions, maybe that way I can comfortably collect like OT7 for those. Things like the standees, I was never really sure if I wanted to collect OT7 for them or not, especially not in this binder, but maybe in the next binder I could. So that's a decision I'll make when those items arrive. Yeah, so this binder will be just, you know, album photo cards. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the miscellaneous stuff in the back. We'll see when the time comes. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. I also am going to start doing monthly, like opening up trades and sales and packages and whatever stuff like that comes in. Now that it is September, it's September 2nd when I'm filming, I have an opportunity to do more things and start new series rather than just doing it randomly in the middle of the month. So look out for those. I'm hoping to be a more active YouTuber now that I'm out of school. I have a bit more free time. I'm, you know, earning more money. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.